right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Saturday. We're going to have a Major League Baseball doubleheader this afternoon as we get back into our Major League Baseball playoffs. It'll be Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Diamondbacks and the Marlins, and that'll be from Miami, Florida. The Diamondbacks lead that best of 7 series 2-1. The Diamondbacks can go up 3-1, a commanding lead if they were to win today. And the Marlins are looking to win to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. And then in our second game, it'll be Game 3 of the American League Championship Series between the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees, as the A's and the Yankees are tied at 1 game apiece. And then we'll have NFL football later for you tonight with a doubleheader starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. All right. National League Championship Series, Diamondbacks Marlins from Miami, Florida. We're going to be heading out there right now as the Diamondbacks lead the Marlins 2-1. There's your lineups for today. Jammin' Sports presents Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Florida Marlins, live from Pro Player Stadium in Miami, Florida. Diamondbacks lead the best of 7 series 2-1. All right, we go to the top of the first inning. Dontrell Willis, the starting pitcher for the Marlins, here in Game 4. Diamondbacks lead the best of 7, 2-1. Davis is with us. Welcome in. Major League Baseball doubleheader this afternoon. Misty's here. Ray Dandridge will lead things off. Dandridge, the third baseman for the Diamondbacks. First pitch of the game by Willis. Fouls it off. Strike 1. Okay, I'm going to try to call the game and eat at the same time. What?
1 ball, 1 strike.
Got me some tacos. Yeah. She got me some tacos. Counts 1-1 to Dandridge. Fouls that one off. And the count goes to 1-2. Misty went to Taco Bell and got me some tacos. And now the 1-2 pitch. Ripped foul. Count remains at 1-2. Great to have you along on this Saturday afternoon. We'll have Game 3 of the American League Championship. Struck him out. They'll throw down to first. We'll have Game 3 of the A's and the Yankees after this. One down for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the first inning. Jody Johnson comes up next. He's the second baseman. Willis's pitch is fouled away, and the count goes to 0-1. trying to eat at the same time here. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Up high, 1-1. To answer Davis's question, no, it has not. Not yet, Davis. Here's the 1-1. Ripped it down the line. Foul. Count goes to 1-2. It starts Labor Day weekend. One-two pitch. Fair ball down the first base line. And the Diamondbacks have a runner aboard, and Johnson gets two. A one-out double for Juddy Johnson. Diamondbacks have a runner aboard now with one out in the top of the first. Luis Gonzalez, the right fielder, up next. In there for a strike. You're welcome, Davis. One out, runner on second. That's Johnson. 0-1 pitch. Inside. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. Down low, goes to 2-1. I'm trying to eat a taco while I do this. Not the easiest thing. Here's the 2-1.
No, that's the ball.
Just outside. 3-1. One out, runner on second for the Diamondbacks. Gonzalez at the plate. Counts 3-1. Here's the pitch. Popped it up. Third baseman Renteria comes over and makes the play in foul territory for out number 2. So Gonzalez pops out to the third baseman. There's the Diamondbacks starting lineup. And now their DH will come up, John Donaldson. Donaldson hit 2 home runs in Game 3. Pitch by Willis. Inside, 1-0.
No strike.
We'll have NFL football for you tonight at 7 Eastern. The 1-0 to Donaldson. Down low, 2-0. Two outs, runner on second base. Up in the air, down the left field line, but foul. Counts at 2-1 to John Donaldson with 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Counts at 2-2. Two pitch. Ball 3. Full count now to Donaldson. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off, stays alive with a 3-2 count. Three-two pitch. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. The Diamondbacks don't score. NLCS Game 4 here at Champion Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Brandon Webb, the starting pitcher for Arizona. No score here in the bottom of the first. Rat Dixon will lead things off for the Marlins. He's the right fielder. Marlins tried to tie the series up with a win tonight. Pitch by Webb.
Oh,
Low and outside, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Down low and inside, 2-0.
2-0.
2-0 pitch. In there for a strike on the low inside corner. I don't know about that one. Crowd didn't like it. Counts 2-1 to Dixon. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Evens the count at 2-2. Two pitch. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Dixon. Outside, full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch by Webb. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. The pitch ripped down the first base line, but foul. Stays alive at the plate with a full count. Three-two pitch. Right up the middle. Shortstop, Pop Lloyd, gets the runner out. Dixon grounds out to short. Nice play by Pop Lloyd. There's the Marlins lineup. Next up, the third baseman, Edgar Renteria. One out, nobody on for the Marlins. We're in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Here's the pitch. Renteria fouls it off. And the count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls it off, out of play. Count goes to 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Renteria. Right up to get a base hit. And 1 out single for the third baseman, Edgar Renteria. The Marlins get a runner aboard here in the bottom of the first. Next up, the first baseman, John Beckwith. 1 out, runner on first. Inside, 1-0. One 0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. We have kind of a steady light rain here in Miami for game 4. They throw to first. Back in time. Renteria back in time. Meanwhile, the count remains at 2-0 to Beckwith. The pitch. In there for a strike on the inside corner. Counts at 2-1. Two-one pitch. Ripped into right field, a base hit. And they'll hold up Renteria at second. Back-to-back singles for the Marlins. And now they have runners at first and second. Next up will be the catcher, Henry Heavy Johnson, for the Florida Marlins. 1 out, runners at first and second. Let's see if the Marlins can capitalize here. The pitch. Yeah, they do. Johnson hits one into the night. A 3-run blast by Heavy Johnson. And the Marlins take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. They got a hold of that one. Let's watch this one again. Upper deck. Center fielder Howard Easterling up next. Ball one. Count goes to 1-0. One out, bases empty. Marlins up 3-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He fouls that one down the third base line. And the count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Right up the middle, a base hit. I tell you what, Brandon Webb for the Diamondbacks is getting hammered here in the first inning. Easterling gets aboard. That's 4 straight base hits by the Marlins. And now Vic Harris comes up next. He's the left fielder. Down low, ball one. One 0 pitch. Fouls it off. Evens the count at 1-1. Still just one out with a runner on first.
No, he's in there. Safe.
They throw to first. Easterling's back in time. One pitch to Harris. Rips it to third. They'll get 2. There's 1 and 2. Third baseman Ray Dandridge starts the double play. But Heavy Johnson, a 3-run blast, gives the Marlins a 3-0 lead. Game 4 of the NLCS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second. Justin Upton will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. He's the first baseman today. Dontrell Willis still on the mound. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Fouls that one off. 1-1. One pitch. Took a big swing. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch.
2-2.
Inside, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Struck him out looking. One down for Arizona here in the top of the second. Base is empty. Ted Radcliffe up next. Radcliffe is the catcher, and he promptly hits a base hit into right field. He doesn't waste any time. The first pitch he takes, he hits one into right for a base hit. And now Pop Lloyd will come up next. He's the shortstop. One out, runner on first, a pitch out, but Radcliffe doesn't take the bait. We'll have Game 3 of the American League Championship after this. It'll be the Yankees and the Athletics. We'll be in Oakland for that. Next pitch, down low, count goes to 2-0. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. Counts 2-0 to Lloyd. The pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one out, runner on first. And that's a base hit in the left. And now the Diamondbacks have runners at first and second with one out.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, Bell.
Cool Papa Bell, the center fielder, up next with one out, runners at first and second. The pitch in there for a strike. I'm trying to eat my third and final taco here. 0-1 pitch to Bell. Rips it, and it falls foul down the left field line. Oh, so close. That probably would have scored a run. And the count goes to 0-2 to Bell. One out, runners at first and second. Inside pitch, count goes to 1-2. So far, Jax. So far. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. This is game 4 of the National League Championship Series. The Diamondbacks lead the series 2-1. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. Took a big swing. 2 down for the Diamondbacks. Next up, the left fielder, Mule Suttles. Down low, ball 1. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Diamondbacks. Here in the top of the second. Marlins up 3-0. Marlins had a 3-run blast in the bottom of the first. Pitch by Willis. Inside, 2-0. A walk would load the bases. 2-0 pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Right up the middle, a base hit. That's going to score a run. Dandridge will come along and scores from second. And the Diamondbacks get on the board. An RBI single by Mule Suttles. Ray Dandridge scores from second. And now it's 3-1 Marlins in the top of the second inning. Radcliffe, not Dandridge, I'm sorry. Ray Dandridge comes up to the plate.
That's the ball.
Ball 1, the third baseman. Still runners on first and second with 2 outs. Got him on an inside pitch, fouled it off. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch, fouls it off. Counts at 1-2. One-two pitch, fouls it off again. Count remains at 1-2. Oh, that hit him. Draws the walk. Hit by pitch. Bases loaded now for the Diamondbacks with 2 outs. And the second baseman, Juddy Johnson, comes up. Uh-oh. He's got grand slam written all over it. Here's the pitch. Down low. A walk would score a run. Count goes to 1-0. Bases loaded. 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. The ground ball to Beckwith, takes it himself. Mule Suttles with an RBI single gets the Diamondbacks on the board. Marlins lead at 3-1. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports.
Leading off for the Marlins.
We go to the bottom of the second. Piper Davis will lead things off for the Marlins, the second baseman. Outside, ball one. Brandon Webb still on the mound. Strike, count goes to 1-1. Where's the game that matters? And therefore a strike, count goes to 1-2. Bounces across the plate, 2-2. Inside, full count now to Piper Davis. Three-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. One down for the Marlins here at the bottom of the second. Pro Players Stadium, Miami, Florida.
The designated hitter.
And now the DH, Chaz Chisholm Jr. will come up. Rips one to second. Johnson throws to first for the out. So Chisholm grounds out to second for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 5.
The shortstop, Hanley Ramirez, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Outside, ball one. I just finished my third and final taco. Fouls it off, count goes to 1-1. One pitch. Outside, 2-1. Misty went to Taco Bell and got me 3 tacos. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. It is a nice day for baseball. In fact, we have the Yankees and the A's after this. Game 3 of that series. In there for a strike. Full count now to Ramirez at 3-2. Ground ball. Johnson throws to first for the out. At the end of 2 complete, Marlins lead at 3-1. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Right fielder Luis Gonzalez will lead things off for Arizona. Pitch by Willis. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Rips it foul down the third base line. And the count quickly 0-2 to Gonzalez. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2-2 pitch by Willis. Swung and struck him out. Gonzalez goes down swinging. She's in the other room, Davis. She's watching TV in the other room. One down for the Diamondbacks, and Gracie's at work. Gracie works at a local McDonald's. She's at work. One down, base is empty. John Donaldson comes up. The DH rips one high in the air. Easterling goes back. Easterling on the warning track makes the catch for out number 2. That was close for Donaldson, but He hit it into that deep gap in center field. Justin Upton comes up now for the Diamondbacks. He's the first baseman. 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch is blown by him for a strike. Almost. 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike to Upton. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. We'll have Davis's Yankees against the Athletics next. Game 3 of the ALCS. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Upton. 1-2 pitch.
2 balls.
Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, we don't know. The series isn't over yet. Struck him out. At the end of 2.5, Marlins lead at 3-1. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rap Dixon will lead things off, the right fielder for the Marlins. Brandon Webb still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We'll have an NFL football doubleheader at 7 Eastern tonight. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Dixon. Crowd didn't like that. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung at a bad pitch. Struck him out. 1 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 3rd. The NFL doubleheader later tonight. It'll be the Bills at the Colts. And then we'll have the Chiefs at the Texans. Third baseman Edgar Renteria will come up. Here's the pitch by Webb. Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 1 out, bases empty for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 pitch. And that's fouled off down the line. One pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Edgar Renteria. One-two pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2 down.
Now back, number 27.
Well, it depends on what division you're talking about, Dave. The Cleveland Browns won last night. They're 3-0. They're surprising 3-0. The Patriots got killed by the Eagles the other night. Patriots are now 2-1. John Beckwith, the first baseman, comes up. Down low. Count goes to 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. NLCS Game 4. Yeah, they are. They're 3-0. Up high, 2-0. They beat the Bengals last night 17-14. It was a close game. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. The catcher, Heavy Johnson, on deck. Beckwith with a 3-0 count. Why do you swing on a 3-0 pitch? Yeah, it was all right. Their draft was okay. 3-1 to Beckwith. Fouls that one off. 3-2. Full count to the first baseman, John Beckwith. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off, stays alive, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Rips it right to the shortstop. Pop Lloyd grabs it out of the air for the final out. At the end of 3 complete, the Marlins lead at 3-1. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. Go to the top of the 4th inning. The catcher, Ted Radcliffe, will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. Dontrell Willis still on the mound for the Marlins. Up high, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Outside, but he swung at it. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count now at 1-2 to Radcliffe. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside. Just a bit inside. Counts at 2-2 to Radcliffe. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Full count. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off down the first base line. Count remains full to Radcliffe. Ted Radcliffe, the catcher. Here's the 3-2. Fouls it off. Count stays at 3-2. Three-two pitch. We're going to work the college games in when we can, Davis. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 draws the walk, a leadoff walk for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 4th inning. Pop Lloyd comes up next, the shortstop. A chance for Arizona to get back in this game. Down 3-1. In their first strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls down the third base line. Count goes to 0-2 to Lloyd. Radcliffe at first base. Here's the 0-2. Fouls that one off. Stays alive with an 0-2 count. They throw to first. Radcliffe back in time. Count remains at 0-2 to Lloyd. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Oh, Hanley Ramirez overthrows. That's an error. And coming around home. Nope, they don't score. They hold them up at third. Hanley Ramirez, the shortstop, a throwing error. I mean, that was a routine play, and he just, my goodness, they could have turned 2. And now the Diamondbacks with runners on second and third with nobody out. Cool Papa Bell at the plate.
Nope, that's away.
Outside, ball 1. A walk with low the bases. Bell, the center fielder. Oh, the Marlins should have turned 2 there. Oh, my goodness. 1-0 pitch. He went around. Counts at 1-1. Willis on the left, Bell on the right. Nobody out, runners on second and third. A base hit would score both runs. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count goes to 1-2 to Bell. One-two pitch. Inside pitch, struck him out. One down for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 4th inning. Got him on a changeup. Inside pitch. And now Mules Suttles will come up. He's the left fielder today. In there for a strike, 0-1. One out. Runners on second and third for the Diamondbacks. Counts 0-1 to Suttles. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-2. He can tie up the game with a base hit. 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. That was a big strikeout. 2 down for Arizona here in the top of the fourth. And now we have Ray Dandridge coming up. He's the third baseman. The pitch by Willis. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped it up. Who wants it? Oh, it drops for a base hit. That's going to score a run. Scores both runs. An RBI bloop single. Actually, a 2 RBI bloop single for Ray Dandridge, as both runners from second and third score. The right fielder, Rap Dixon, couldn't get to it in time. And we're tied at 3. They throw to first. Dandridge back in time. So the Diamondbacks managed to tie the game up. Juddy Johnson, the second baseman, at the plate. In there for a strike, 0-1. Tied at 3 here in the top of the fourth. Pitch by Willis. There goes the runner down to second. Safe. Dandridge with a stolen base. So the Diamondbacks have a runner at second now with 2 outs. He's pretty fast for a catcher. The count's 1-1 to Johnson. 2 outs, runner on second. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Game 4 of this best of 7 series. Diamondbacks lead the series 2-1. The game is tied at 3 here in the fourth. Outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Ripped, well, fouled off. And Johnson, the catcher, will make the play for the final out. However, the Diamondbacks scored 2 on a 2 RBI single. We're tied at 3. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We're at Pro Players Stadium, Miami, Florida. Game 4 of the NLCS. We're tied at 3. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the catcher, Henry Heavy Johnson, will come up. Facing Brandon Webb, who's still on the mound. Johnson rips it foul down the third base line. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls it off. Down the first base line. Count goes to 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch.
2 balls.
Inside, 2-2. Two-two pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Just a bit outside. Full count now, 3-2 to Johnson. 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into the corner in right field. Coming around. It's going to score a run. No, it doesn't. Johnson at second base. They held him up at second. I thought he might have an inside the park home run, but they held him up at second base. So the leadoff double for the Marlins here in the bottom of the fourth. And now the center fielder, Howard Easterling, will come up. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Nobody out, runner on second base. That's Johnson at second. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. And that's going to be caught by Suttles in left field. Out number 1. So Easterling flies out to left. Oh, yeah, it's good. Here.
Now batting, left fielder, Vic Harris.
And now the left fielder, Vic Harris, will come up. 1 out, runner on second base. The pitch. Hit high in the air. Popped up. First baseman Upton comes in and makes the play for the out. So Harris pops out to first. 2 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Up next,
Piper Davis up next, the second baseman for the Marlins. 2 outs, runner on second base. The pitch. A strike. Count goes to 0-1.
1 strike.
Counts at 0-1 to Davis. 0-1 pitch.
Ball, inside.
A ball inside. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. It's a strike. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Outside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Two pitch. In the dirt. Full count. Three balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs to Piper Davis. 3-2 pitch. A ground ball. Johnson at second makes the play for the out. The Marlins threaten but don't score at the end of 4. We're tied at 3. Game 4 of the NLCS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 5th. Right fielder Luis Gonzalez will lead things off in a tie ball game. Here's the pitch. He went around, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside, count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1 to Gonzalez. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. 2-1 pitch. High in the air. Out to Harris in left field. And that one is gone. A solo shot home run by Luis Gonzalez. And the Diamondbacks take a 4-3 lead. Just over the Marlins version of the Green Monster, the Teal Monster, in left field. And the Diamondbacks take the lead for the first time here in Game 4, 4-3, on Luis Gonzalez's solo shot home run. DH John Donaldson comes up. Low and outside, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. One 0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2 to Donaldson. Nobody out for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the fifth. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. You got a full count. 3-2 to Donaldson. Rips one in to left. Harris chasing it down, but it goes foul. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. He went around, struck him out for out number one. Donaldson didn't like the call, but he went around. One down for Arizona here in the top of the fifth. Justin Upton, the first baseman, comes up. In there for a strike, 0-1. We're in the top of the fifth. 0-1 pitch. And that's hit high in the air out to left. Vic Harris going over. And Harris, that one's gone. Another solo shot home run, this time from Justin Upton. And the Diamondbacks go up 5-3. Two solo shot home runs this inning for Arizona. Watch it again. And now Ted Radcliffe comes up. He's the catcher. Still just one out, bases empty. Counts at 1-0 to Radcliffe. Ground ball. Beckwith takes it. Radcliffe grounds out to first. Two down for the Diamondbacks. And now Pop Lloyd comes up, the shortstop. 2 outs, bases empty. Diamondbacks up 5-3. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Popped it up. Johnson comes over and makes the play for the final out. However, the Diamondbacks, 2 solo shot home runs. They take a 5-3 lead. Make that NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports.
Leading off for the Marlins.
The DH for the Marlins will lead things off here in the fifth. Jazz Chisholm. Fouls that one off down the third baseline. Count goes to 0-1. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3 here in Game 4. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. Diamondbacks, if they win, they take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it off. Stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the fifth. 0-2 pitch. And that's ripped foul. Count remains at 0-2. 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Down low, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. We'll have Game 3 of the American League Championship Series after this between the Yankees and the A's. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. Stays alive with a 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Long at bat for Chisholm. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 strikes. Webb's throwing a lot of pitches here. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to Lloyd is short. Throws to first in time. Chisholm grounds out to short. One down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the fifth. Next up, the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ball. Outside.
Outside. That'll even the count at 1-1 to Ramirez. One pitch. Ripped it right to Dandridge at third for the out. So Ramirez grounds out to third. 2 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the fifth. And now the right fielder, Rap Dixon, will come up. Two outs, base is empty. The pitch by Webb. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside. Count goes to 1-1 to Rap Dixon. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Hit high in the air. Out to left field. And making the play is Suttles for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 5. 5-3 Diamondbacks, NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. Yuri Perez, the new pitcher for the Marlins. Diamondbacks up by 2, 5-3. As we go to the top of the 6th inning.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks.
Center fielder Cool Papa Bell will lead things off. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. One pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2 to Bell. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch by Perez. Outside, they'll even the count at 2-2. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3 here in the top of the 6th. 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. Next pitch, popped up in the air, and it's drifting into foul territory. Count remains at 3-2 to Bell. And now the 3-2 pitch. Rips it right to Beckwith. He lines out to first for out number 1. One down for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 6th. Right to John Beckwith, the first baseman. Makes a nice play. And now the left fielder, Mule Suttles, will come up. 1 out, base is empty.
1-0.
Up high, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch by Perez. In their first strike, count goes to 1-1. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Right up the middle, and it gets by the center fielder, Davis, or the second baseman, Davis. That'll be a base hit by Suttles.
Now batting, number 5.
A 1 out single. And now the Diamondbacks with the runner on first. Ray Dandridge, the third baseman, comes up. The pitch hit high in the air out to Easterling. And Easterling makes the play for out number 2. The center fielder, Howard Easterling.
Now batting,
So Dandridge flies out to center, 2 down for the Diamondbacks. And the second baseman, Juddy Johnson, comes up. Two outs with a runner on first. Pitch by Perez. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. They throw to first. And Suttles back in time. Oh, 1 pitch. A ground ball to Davis. Makes the play at first for the final out. At the end of 5.5. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the Marlin half of the 6th inning. Edgar Renteria, third baseman, will lead things off. Marlins down by 2. Webb still on the mound for the Diamondbacks. In their first strike, 0-1. See if the Marlins can come back here. And now the 0-1 pitch. Ripped right to third. Dandridge will throw to first for the out. Renteria grounds out to third. 1 down for the Marlins. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the first baseman, John Beckwith, will come up to bat. The pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Now it's on the outside corner, strike 2. And the count goes to 0-2. 1 out, bases empty. 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Ground ball right to Johnson. At second, he'll throw first for the out. So Beckwith grounds out to second. 2 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the catcher, Heavy Johnson, will come up. He had a home run earlier. A 3-run shot. Here's the pitch. And that's a foul ball down the first base line. Strike 1. And the count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Bounces across.
1-1.
That'll even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2 to Johnson. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Hit high in the air, out to center. Cool Papa Bell gets under it, makes the out. At the end of 6 complete, Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Luis Gonzalez, the right fielder, will lead things off for Arizona. Yuri Perez still on the mound for the Marlins. The pitch by Perez. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped it up. Count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Just outside. Count goes to 1-2 to Gonzalez. ALCS Game 3 up next. Yankees and the A's. That series tied at 1 game apiece. Here's the 1-2. Inside, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count now, 3-2 to Gonzalez. Here in the top of the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4, a leadoff walk for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 7th inning. John Donaldson, the DH, will come up next for Arizona. Facing Perez, the pitch. Inside, 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first for the Diamondbacks. They're up 5-3 here in the top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. The count to Donaldson is 3-0. Nobody out, runner on first. 3-0 pitch. That's a strike. Count goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch. In there for a strike. Full count, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, runner on first. Full count, here's the pitch. Fouls it off, stays alive with a 3-2 count. Three-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. And that's going to fall foul down the third base line. Long at bat for John Donaldson. Stays alive at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Rips it foul again. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. Three-two by Perez. Pops it up. Johnson will go over. And will make the play for out number 1. Donaldson pops out to the catcher. One down. for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 7th. Next up, the first baseman, Justin Upton. And back in the 5th, Upton did this. It was a solo shot home run. 1 out, runner on first, top of the 7th, Upton at the plate. They throw to first, and Gonzalez back in time. The pitch, a ground ball to third. They get the double play. Edgar Renteria fields it at third, pulls off the double play. That'll end the inning. At the end of 6.5, Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Howard Easterling, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Marlins. Brandon Webb still on the mound. Here's the pitch by Webb. In there for a strike, 0-1. Valverde and Kim warming up in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, count goes to 1-1 to Easterling. Marlins try to get back in this game, down by 2 runs. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it off, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the 1-2. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down for the Marlins. Here in the bottom of the 7th. And now the left fielder, Vic Harris, will come up. 1 out, bases empty for Florida. We're in the bottom of the 7th.
That's the ball.
Pitch is outside. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. And that's a blooper to the third baseman, Dandridge, who throws him out. So Harris grounds out to third. 2 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 7th. And now Piper Davis will come up, the second baseman. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
1 strike.
0-1 pitch.
0-1.
Down low. They'll even the count at 1-1 to Davis. And now the 1-1. A ground ball to Johnson at second. He'll throw to first for the out. A 1-2-3 inning for the Marlins at the end of 7 complete. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Ted Radcliffe, the catcher, will lead things off for Arizona. Yuri Perez still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Popped it up, out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Up high. Evens the count at 1-1. We have Game 3 of the ALCS up next. Yankees and the A's. Here's the 1-1. Fouls that off down the first base line. Counts at 1-2 to Radcliffe. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. 1 down for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 8th. Paul Floyd, the shortstop, up next. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. One out, base is empty. 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-2 to Lloyd. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Stays alive at 0-2. One out, base is empty for the Diamondbacks. Here in the top of the 8th, they lead at 5-3. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Lloyd. In the dirt, count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Stays alive at 1-2. One-two pitch. Popped it up. Harris out and left. Gets under it, makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for Arizona here in the top of the 8th.
The center fielder, number 33.
And now, Cool Papa Bell, the center fielder, will come up. 2 outs, base is empty here in the top of the 8th. Facing Perez. The pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first baseline, foul. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Perez trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. Counts at 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 7.5. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Valverde will come in to pitch for Arizona. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. Diamondbacks lead the series 2-1. Trying to take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. The DH, Jazz Chisholm Jr., will lead things off for the Marlins. Up and inside, ball 1 to Chisholm. Marlins trying to get back in this game, down by 2. The 1-0 pitch, down low, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, popped it up. Third baseman Dandridge goes over and makes the play for out number 1. Chisholm pops out the third. And now the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez, will come up. 1 out, base is empty. Pitch in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Jose Valverde on the mound. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, evens the count at 2-2. One out, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 8th. And now the right fielder, Rap Dixon, will come up. Two outs, bases empty for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 8th. In there for a strike, 0-1.
1 strike.
Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. Bases empty, 2 outs. Counts 0-1 to Dixon. 0-1 pitch. That's a strike. Count goes to 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. At the end of 8 complete, Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Gem Sports. We go to the top of the ninth. The left fielder, Mule Suttles, will lead things off for the Diamondbacks, trying to get some insurance runs. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Popped up. First baseman Beckwith gets under it and makes the play for out number 1. Ray Dandridge, the third baseman, comes up next. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Ripped into right or left, excuse me. Vic Harris makes the play on the warning track for out number 2. 2 down for the Diamondbacks. Here in the top of the ninth. And now Juddy Johnson, the second baseman, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitch by Perez. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Right up the middle, a base hit. A 2-out single for Johnson. Keeps the inning alive for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the ninth.
The right fielder, number 20, Luis Gonzalez.
And now the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez, will come up with 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch, outside, 1-0. They throw to first, and Johnson's back in time. Meanwhile, the count's 1-0 to Gonzalez with 2 outs. One-0 pitch, up high, 2-0. Pro Players Stadium, Miami, Florida. Game 4 of the NLCS. Counts 2-0 to Gonzalez. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2 to Luis Gonzalez. Perez trying to retire the side here. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. NLCS Game 4 here at Gem Sports. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Kevin Ginkel will come on to pitch for the Diamondbacks. Arizona 3 outs away from taking a 3-1 lead in the series. Third baseman Edgar Renteria will lead things off for the Marlins, down 5-3. Can the Marlins rally here in the ninth? The pitch by Ginkel. Big swing and a miss, strike 1 on Renteria, the third baseman. 0-1 pitch. Rips it foul, count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Popped it up. Out of play. Stays alive with an 0-2 pitch. Nobody out, nobody on here in the bottom of the ninth. Marlins down by 2. Marlins trying to rally, even the series if they can. And now the 0-2 pitch. Pops it up, stays alive at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Pops it up out of play. Count remains at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Pops it up out of play. Long at bat for Renteria, holding at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Ball 1 inside. Count goes to 1-2 to Edgar Renteria. Trying to get aboard. Here's the 1-2. Oh, he went around. It hit him, but he went around. That's a strikeout. One down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the ninth. John Beckwith will come up next, the first baseman. Diamondbacks are 2 outs away from taking a 3-1 lead.
No, that's a ball.
Up and outside, 1-0. We have game 3 of the Yankees and the A's up next, the ALCS. We'll head out to Oakland. That's a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Beckwith. Ginkel trying to close this one out. One pitch. Low and outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch.
No, that's
Up high, 3-1 to Beckwith.
3-1.
3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch.
Ball 4.
Up high, ball 4. It's a 1-out walk. All right, the tying run comes to the plate. Heavy Johnson. He had a home run earlier. He represents the tying run. 1 out, runner on first. Johnson at the plate. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. Marlins trying to rally here in the ninth. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly 0-2 to Heavy Johnson. Beckwith at first base. 1 out. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball.
Inside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Heavy Johnson. One-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for the Marlins here in the bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks are now 1 out away from taking a 3-1 lead in the series. Center fielder Howard Easterling comes up to bat.
No.
Outside, ball 1.
One ball.
Easterling now represents the tying run. But there's 2 outs. The Marlins are down to their last out here in game 4. 1-0 pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Marlins down to the last strike. 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. And the Diamondbacks take game 4, 5-3. And the Diamondbacks take a 3-1 lead in the series. Once again, your final score, Arizona 5, the Marlins 3. The Diamondbacks take a 3-1 lead in the series. Up next, Game 3 of the American League Championship between the Yankees and the A's. It's up next here on Jammin' Sports.